I know, I'm sorry. It's just I'm really, really busy. Quick side note, did you know that there are people watching us from Canada, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, the UK, Germany, Fiji, and as far as China? Thank you to all of you that have said hello in the chat. I love hearing where you're coming from, so if you're watching from another country that I haven't mentioned, please let me know. You know, it's almost like this issue is universal and doesn't just affect one community. Just a thought. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We are here to listen to the second witness's testimony, Miss Sydnor. This is Akira's mother, so we're going to jump right in. Certified law nerd, bona fide non-attorney, smarty pants extraordinaire. This is not legal advice. Let's begin. Attorney Robin begins by asking Miss Sydnor whether she knows the defendant. She says yes. She is very well aware of Brenay and her sister Corinne. Miss Sydnor makes it clear why we are here. According to her, Brenay continues inserting herself into her daughter's life. She describes the behavior as obsessive and says Brenay cannot stop talking about Akira. She testifies that Brenay is always showing up where she is not invited. One example given was her grandson's dental surgery. She also states that Brenay makes it a point to be seen or heard when Akira and Tim are trying to have phone conversations about the children. In her view, it is a pattern of inserting herself. When asked how this behavior makes Akira feel, there was an objection for relevance, arguing that emotional impact is not central to a show cause motion. The court ultimately overruled that objection, and Ms. Sydnor was allowed to answer. She testified that it makes her daughter feel extremely uncomfortable and unsettled. She referenced online videos made by Tim and Brenay, stating that Brenay appears to laugh or mock how Akira feels. The court kept the focus on the two incidents tied directly to the show cause motions. During this portion, Ms. Sydnor became emotional and appeared to be holding back tears. She stated that since the no contact orders were entered, Brenay is always making attempts to circumvent them. Attorney questions then turned to whether the protective order should be extended for 2 years. Ms. Sydnor said yes, reiterating her belief that Brenay is obsessed with her daughter. She then described the graduation incident. Akira called her upset because Brenay was present with Tim. Ms. Sydnor contacted her assistant to retrieve the no-contact order information so she could show it to the responding officers. The police ultimately allowed everyone to remain. Ms. Sydnor testified that she observed Corinne recording, and then she took her phone out to take a photo. She stated that when she tried to take the photo, Tim muttered, "This is some bullshit." She then asked Tim whether he wanted memories for his children, and according to her testimony, Brenay responded, "Yeah, go ahead and put it in a frame." Cross-examination was brief. Ms. Sydnor was asked whether she personally saw Brenay post the graduation video. She said no, but she saw references to the graduation in a social media post later. Throughout the line of questioning, a brief issue was raised around Ms. Sydnor being a sequestered witness. When a witness is sequestered, it means they are not allowed to sit in and hear other testimony before they testify. The purpose is to keep testimony independent and not influenced by what others have said, so that issue was addressed briefly before her time on the stand concluded. Next up is Brenay. We have a lot of testimony to cover with her, so that video will certainly be longer. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you take your Xanax, because if there's one thing we know about Brenay's testimonies and when she talks, it's that it provokes a lot of emotional reaction, and we want to try to absorb the facts. You know what I mean? Just some advice. Prepare yourself. I don't know what time that's going to be posted tomorrow. I can't make any promises because, again, I am busy. But just bear with me. I promise I'll get to it. Tomorrow for sure, okay? I'll catch you in the next video.